Hello everyone and welcome to a new series that's coming up on my channel called Top 5 Whatever of Minecraft. In this series I will be going through making top 5 lists of things from Minecraft. This first episode is going to be top 5 updates. Now for this list I'm only including updates that I actually experienced myself. I started playing the game in beta 1.8, so that's going to be from 1.9 up to current, and the most recent update currently is 1.7. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Coming up in the number 5 spot is update 1.3, and this is release 1.3, and what they added in this update, the highlights of it for my opinion, was LAN. They allowed you to connect through LAN. You can play multiplayer through LAN. This was a big update for me because I was able to play with my sister, which I hadn't been able to before. So I really enjoyed this update. Since I didn't really know how to set up a server, so this really made things a lot easier for me. They also made it easier to get XP, which was nice. So now mining and other tasks like that gave you XP, so you didn't just have to kill mobs. They switched the enchanting max level from 50 to 30, which just made it a lot easier to get max level enchantments. They added jungle and desert temples, which were a good addition. I like that they added more naturally spawning structures. They also added ender chests, which made storage and transportation of items a lot easier. They added emeralds and villager trading along with that, which made it nice for when you're really set up in a world. You can get diamond stuff and things like that through villager trading, which is a nice update, I feel. They made ice obtainable through silk touch, which wasn't possible before, which is really nice. They added more dispenser functions. You could place boats and minecarts with them. And they also buffed the creepers to make the game a little bit harder. Okay, coming in at number 4 on my list is update 1.7 release, which is the most recent update at the time of my recording this. Some of the key features for me were they added new commands, set block, which made big structures and stuff a lot easier and just made for a lot better builds. They added test for block, which another coding, programming Minecraft thing, and they also added summon, which is nice for spawning stacked mobs. Basically things that you could already do with third-party programs, but they made it possible through vanilla Minecraft, which I like. They enhanced fishing, which wasn't really a huge feature that a lot of people liked, but I did like the fact that they added a little more like rare items and more fish, so just made it a little better. They made it to where your portals didn't have to be specifically like the typical dimensions. They made it to where you could have lots of more diverse dimensions for portals, which is nice for builds and stuff. They added a ton of new biomes. They added mesa, savanna, roofed forest, extreme taiga, flower forest, ice spikes plain, and mountain plus. And that's not even naming them all. They added lots of small variations to older biomes. They added the amplified world generation type, which was really cool. They added more flowers, which was kind of cool just for decoration. They also added podzol, packed ice, and red sand. Packed ice is really cool because it won't melt like normal ice, so you can use it to speed up things without worrying about it melting. And coming in at number 3 is release version 1.5. This was the redstone update. Some of my favorite features from this were the inventory management things that they added. They allowed you to like drag items while crafting, and they also allowed you to move items around in your inventory easier through lots of different controls. They also added hoppers and comparators and all those redstone things, which just allowed for a lot of cool creations and lots of survival uses too. They enhanced death messages to explain what happened a little better, which I had a lot of fun just reading through for the first time. They added some new commands, effect, which is pretty cool, test for, and scoreboard. Scoreboard opened up lots of new options. They added nether quartz, which is a really good block. I'm definitely glad they added that. They add a beacon buff, which increased the range, which is really good because beacons are pretty hard to make, and before their range wasn't that great, so it kind of made them underpowered. They advanced some mob AI, made mobs a little harder. They increased the skeleton range, which I found to be a good update. They made zombie tracking better, and something I didn't know until I was doing some research on this, they made slime spawns in the swamps dependent on the moon phase. So that's something kind of interesting that I didn't know until I started researching this. Coming in at number 2 is release version 1.4. The features that I really enjoyed from this were the wither, and with that beacons came, as well as wither skeletons. They added carrots and potatoes, which I've always been a fan of farming in the game, and this added some more things that you could farm, which was pretty cool. They added item frames, which are really good for sorting items with chests and stuff. They added armored mobs, and along with it, you can get the armor from them, which, again, I really like the rare drops, so that was cool to me. They added command blocks, which opened up whole new realms of possibilities with custom maps and stuff that really added a lot to Minecraft. Anvils, so you could, enchanted books and all that, rename your tools, repair them, really cool. And they also added the ability to dye leather armor, and I read on the wiki that there are, let's see here, 16,777,216 possible dye combinations, which is just a mind-blowing number. And now, coming in at the number 1 spot is release version 1.0. And they added a lot of great things in this update, and without it, the game would really not be the same. They added the end, and along with it, the Ender Dragon, the ability to make Enderman farms. They added nether fortresses, so along with that, blazes. I believe magma cubes came with it as well. They added mushroom biomes, which is a pretty cool feature. Then along with the blazes came brewing. And then they also added enchanting, so that's a big one for me. They added animal breeding, which is cool because you couldn't just like kill off all the animals. You could now actually get them back. They became a more renewable resource. They added more music discs. Before there were only 2, and then they increased that number to 11. They added the ability to teleport with ender pearls. Before this time, I believe ender pearls were completely useless. And then they also added villagers to the villages, which I feel like just added a lot more life to it. And yeah, that's the end of my list. Make sure to post in the comments what was your favorite update and why. But yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.